Good morning, online family. This is John Luca, one of the pastors at Living Word International Christian Church. Today I want to ask you, how's your diet? What are you feeding on? Well, that's awful intrusive, right? No. Recently my mother died. I had the opportunity to do the music at her memorial service with some of the most talented musicians I've ever worked with. And one of the songs that we sang, the chorus goes like this: and he will raise you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of dawn, make you to shine like the sun, and hold you in the palm of his hand. Nice words, right? Even a promise in there, because he will raise you up. Made me started to think, whenever you go to a memorial service, you start thinking about your own mortality. You think a lot of things. But I started thinking about Isaiah. Again, book of Isaiah. In the 40th chapter, starting in verse 28, he makes some very important observations and statements. Have you never heard? Have you never understood? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of all the earth. He never grows weak or weary. No one can measure the depth of his understanding. He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. Even youths will become weak and tired, and young men will fall in exhaustion. But those who trust in the Lord will find new strength. They will soar high on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not grow faint. Why did he say eagle's wings? Why not a chicken? Jesus talks about a sparrow falling to the ground and the Father knows. Why didn't he be like Ben Franklin and say, on wings of a turkey? There's an important thing that I think, and it's because eagles are fierce hunters, okay? They've been known to swoop down and grab a deer. They'll be in a fight with another eagle or bird. They'll lock talons and do a free fall toward the ground. Perhaps it's their incredible eyesight. They can see far away. They see dinner before the bear gets to it. Or maybe it's just because, have you ever seen that when another bird or something that thinks it's all big and bad starts to pick on it or get on its nerves, it just stretches out its wings, grabs the thermal draft, and rises high above it. But even though all of those are great things about the eagle, I think it's because what they eat, what their diet is. They only feast on living things. They'll swoop down, they'll grab any animal, they'll grab a fish from a bear, they'll skim over a lake and grab a fish. They're more picky. Chickens will eat pebble, they'll eat their own poop, they'll eat whatever. Buzzards, they'll eat anything on the side of the road. But let me ask you, when was the last time you heard an eagle talk like a buzzard and go, that possum I had made me awful gassy today? And then the other buddy sitting next to him goes, yeah, that raccoon was a little rancid. They don't do it. They feast on what's live, on what's living, on what they can get the most nutrients from. My question is, what is your diet? And particularly your spiritual diet. What are you feasting on? Especially during this time of stay in place and being socially distanced. Are you listening to good music that just lifts you up and fills you? Are you reading good devotional material that questions you or that spurs you on to doing else? Are you spending time with God? That's your spiritual diet. As the French author, I can't see this guy, but Savarin wrote, tell me what you eat and I will tell you what you are. So let me ask you today, what is your spiritual diet? What are you feasting on? And what is your outcome going to be? Thank you for joining me today for this devotional thought. I hope you have a blessed day. And I ask you, if you're not doing anything this weekend, check us out online. Our services are at 10 a.m. and they're on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Again, that's Facebook and YouTube, and they're restreamed during the day on YouTube. So if you're not doing anything this weekend, join us, not for a snack, but for a spiritual banquet. And I lift this up to you today in Jesus' name.